Two sisters, Kimberly and Melissa, lived seemingly separate lives. Kimberly was the reserved and sophisticated older sister, while Melissa was the outgoing and adventurous younger one. Both sisters were unknowingly captivated by the same man, James, a charismatic and charming individual who seemed to have the unique ability to draw people to him effortlessly. One sunny afternoon, Kimberly spotted James at a charity event, wearing a well-tailored navy suit that accentuated his striking features. She was immediately drawn to his magnetic presence and found herself engaged in an intriguing conversation with him. Their connection felt undeniable, and they soon started dating. Kimberly would come home, her eyes sparkling with joy, telling Melissa about their candle-lit dinners and moonlit strolls through the park, all the while completely unaware of the secret that was yet to unravel. Meanwhile, Melissa had her own chance encounter with James at a bustling coffee shop, dressed in a casual leather jacket and jeans that showcased his rugged charm. They clicked instantly, laughing and sharing stories over cups of steaming coffee. Melissa felt butterflies in her stomach whenever she thought of him, and she couldn't wait to tell Kimberly about the exciting adventures they embarked on together: hiking trips, art galleries, and late-night drives. As the months passed, Kimberly and Melissa's feelings for James deepened, each sister unaware of the other's romantic involvement with him. Kimberly was elated as their relationship progressed, and she felt like she had finally found her perfect match. On one memorable date, they attended a sophisticated gala, and Kimberly was dressed in a stunning floor-length red gown that turned heads wherever they went. Melissa was also enjoying her time with James. They went on a spontaneous road trip to a nearby picturesque town, and Melissa wore a carefree bohemian-style dress, embracing the adventure and spontaneity James brought into her life. On one fateful evening after a delightful date with Melissa, James felt conflicted about the situation he had put himself in. He couldn't bear the thought of hurting her, but he knew he had to make a difficult decision. In a secluded park, he sat Melissa down and broke the news to her. "Melissa, I need to be honest with you," James began, his voice filled with regret. "I've enjoyed our time together, but I've realized that my heart is leading me in a different direction. I think it's best if we end things between us." Tears welled up in Melissa's eyes as she tried to process the shock of the revelation. "But I thought we had something special," she choked out, her voice trembling with emotion. "We did, and I care about you deeply," James said, reaching out to gently wipe away her tears. "But I don't want to continue this if my heart isn't fully in it. I hope you can understand." Heartbroken and devastated, Melissa nodded, unable to find the words to respond. She bid James farewell and returned home to Kimberly, her heart shattered once again. When she walked through the door, Kimberly saw the pain etched across her sister's face and rushed to her side. "What happened, Melissa?" she asked, concern evident in her voice. "He's broken up with me," Melissa said, her voice trembling with emotion. "He said he realized his heart is leading him in a different direction." Kimberly's heart sank, knowing the pain her sister was going through. She hugged Melissa tightly, vowing to be there for her no matter what. As the weeks passed, Kimberly continued going on dates with James, completely unaware of his involvement with her sister Melissa. Even though Melissa was upset about getting dumped, she was also genuinely happy for her sister. She tried her best to put on a brave face and asked Kimberly about her romantic adventures. "So, when are we going to get to meet this mystery man of yours?" Melissa asked with a playful smile, trying to mask her heartache. "I'm dying to know who's captured your heart." Kimberly blushed, feeling a mixture of excitement and nerves. "I think it's about time you all meet him," she replied, her voice filled with anticipation. "I can bring him over tomorrow evening for dinner if you're all okay with that." Melissa smiled warmly, happy that her sister had found someone special. "Of course, that sounds wonderful. I can't wait to finally meet him," she said, trying her best to be genuinely enthusiastic. Unbeknownst to both sisters, the evening planned for the family dinner would soon reveal the truth behind their tangled connections with James. The next day, Kimberly arrived at her parents' house with James by her side. She introduced him to her family, and everyone was charmed by his friendly demeanor and genuine interest in their lives. As the dinner progressed, Melissa was running a bit late due to unexpected traffic. She had been looking forward to meeting the man who had captured her sister's heart, but little did she know that the man Kimberly was dating was the same man who had broken her heart. Finally, Melissa rushed into the house, a mix of excitement and nerves. As her eyes met James, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. She let out a gasp, and her heart sank into her stomach. "You're the one dating my sister," she blurted out, unable to hide her shock. Kimberly turned to Melissa, her eyes widening in surprise. "What's going on?" she asked, confusion evident in her voice. Stammering, Melissa explained, "This is the man I was dating that broke up with me." Kimberly's face turned pale, and her mind raced to process the revelation. James was equally bewildered, having no clue that the two sisters were related. The room fell silent, filled with an awkward tension that none of them could have predicted. Feeling overwhelmed, Kimberly excused herself and went to her room, needing a moment to collect her thoughts. Melissa, on the other hand, stood there, her heart aching with the weight of the situation. All eyes were on James, who felt a chilling horror grip him as he realized the depth of the tangled web he had unwittingly woven. His mind raced with fear and confusion, and in that moment, he knew he had to escape. James bolted towards the door, desperately needing to distance himself from the haunting truth that had come crashing down upon him. After some time, Kimberly returned to the dining room devastated, her expression a mix of confusion and extreme sadness. They were all speechless. The family decided to call it a night, as the evening had taken an unexpected turn. The sisters retreated to their rooms, each processing the shocking revelation in their own way. In the days that followed, Kimberly and Melissa had a heartfelt conversation. Melissa assured her sister that she didn't hold any resentment towards her. She had no idea that James was dating them simultaneously. Years passed, and the sisters gradually healed from the awkwardness and heartache of that evening. They even began to joke about the whole situation, finding solace in humor and the passage of time. Melissa eventually met someone new and fell in love. In a serendipitous twist of fate, Melissa's new partner, Ethan, happened to have a twin brother named Nathan. This time, however, there were no secrets or hidden connections. Melissa and Kimberly found themselves caught up in a new love story that mirrored their own, but with the wisdom and clarity that only experience could bring. Ethan and Nathan understood the complexities of their intertwined lives and the history the sisters shared. With open hearts and honest communication, they built a relationship founded on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. The sisters marveled at the parallel journey they were now experiencing, grateful for the lessons they had learned and the chance to rewrite their love story. Together, the two couples formed an unbreakable bond, creating a unique family dynamic that defied traditional norms.